Welcome to TaleLearnCode. Here there will be tales about software development, learning from each other, code to build solutions. And now your host, Chad Green.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, definitely. Computers decided, hey, I'm ready to stream. Let the computer, just all be messed up. All right, here we got to fix the chroma key here real quick. There we go. And that turned off the other day because of my green screen had issues. Welcome. I hope everyone's had an awesome day. Whether your day is just getting started or you're near the end of your day. I know I did. And you want to know why? I had a really good one-on-one, with my boss. Which number one-on-ones should always be good, right? I mean, even if there's performance issues, one-on-one should be good, right? I mean, that's it should be useful and everything, but. With a position like mine, especially new, it's always, you're dependent on self-guidance and just figuring out on your own what you're supposed to be doing. Thank you, Zoltralden. I know I'm mispronouncing that horribly, but yeah. So I had, fourth weekend, and of course I'm like, am I really doing the right stuff? Am I doing what they're hoping to do? Is this what they're hoping, to get out of me? And having a one-on-one with my boss, the CIO, and it was really encouraging, because not only did he like what I was doing, he was really impressed with, it's funny because I didn't think I was getting as far as I wanted to. He was like, "Wow, I couldn't believe you already got this done and that done." Yeah, so it has been a very good day. All right, hold on. I'm trying to get something done. There we go. That I was trying to do before stream. I say, I don't know, my computer just decided to belly up. I'll tell you, this computer, supposedly bought a nice computer. It's just been one problem after the other. All right, let's get right into, well, actually, let's start off, because we are celebrating, 500 followers. And actually, I got to look something up here, which is awesome, right? And really, it's really a celebration of you all, right? Sure, hey, Ryan, how you doing? Sure, I'm the one broadcasting this, but it's only because folks like who's on here right now, who makes it worthwhile to stream. I mean, grant you, stuff I'm doing, I'd be doing even if I wasn't streaming. Well, wouldn't be working on Twitch bot if I wasn't streaming, but point being is most of what I've been working on here has been stuff for like presentations or, hey, I want to learn something new. All right, I'm stalling because I actually need to look up something here real quick before I go in there. Well, I thought I had this open. I'll open this again. I'm trying to remember the command for the spin. I should know that off the top of my head, but I don't. Just one second here. Yeah, I got everything else ready. I forgot to look this up. Oh, my computer's gonna freeze. There we go. Come on. Overlays. Edit. Just one second here. Just while I look up, because so we're about to go into the first raffle. So what we're gonna do, let me just look this up real quick. Raffle mode. Okay, yeah. So what we're gonna do is every hour, right? As part of our celebration. Yeah. So every 100 followers, we always give away stickers. And what I decided to do for 500, since that's a nice milestone, I thought what we would do is, every hour we'll give away stickers, right? Normally I do a couple at a time. This time we'll do one winner each hour, and at some point during the evening, I actually haven't decided when. Probably just when I get a random thought of, hey, let's do it. We're going to do an additional giveaway of a TaleLearnCode t-shirt. I should have actually, now I just thought about it, I should have actually.
Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
Hey there, Bunny Tech Gal. Thank you so much for following. I should have actually put on one of my TaleLearnCode t-shirts. That would have been smart of me, right? Yeah, they're actually really nice. I'm getting them from Teespring, right? So they're really nice quality. You know, Stream Elements does t-shirts, but the quality wasn't 100% what I wanted, right? And the ones from Teespring are, you know, they're definitely a little bit better, and I like what they do. I should be promoting my merch more often, but I don't. I need to set that up more, but we do have that. All right, so now I've got this up. So we're gonna go over here, and why is test day here? I can clear that. Clear, come on. Was it clear wheel? Oh no, never mind. It's, oh no, we're getting. All right, we're gonna do a clear wheel real quick because it's getting test data in there. All right. Come on, show wheel. And now my wheel won't show. Come on. Why is the wheel not showing now? Show wheel. And I promise, I did actually try this before the session. All right, I'm gonna switch screens here. And we're gonna try this again. There we go. Now we got the wheel. All right. And sure enough, so to enter, it'll be exclamation point, so raffle. So go ahead and get entered if you want a chance for stickers. I will ship anywhere, right? So don't worry if you're in Europe or what have you. We will ship those, you know. Already done it before, and we'll do it again. So yeah, people can join. You're doing the oofs. We don't have the oofs going on this channel, not yet at least. All right, is there anyone actually still out there? There we go. Hey, Digital Drummer, I know who that is. Awesome to see you. McDar's. Now go ahead and spin. Received 1 stickers already. Of course, that's, see, there's, you know, McNard's is already 1 stickers and is, you know, wants to win some more, right? You know, which is great. We'll give another couple seconds here. Get something prepped while I'm doing it. I'll wait a couple more seconds to see if anyone else joins the raffle there. I will say they look nice. I mean, I can't really show them very well because of the green screen. So, you know, it's going to blank out, you know, it's going to be translucent. I guess if I turn off the green screen. All right, well, we have 3 people, so yeah, so you all have 1 in 3 chance of winning. Oops. So we're gonna do spin. All right. We got yeah, there we go. Ryan Hawkins, you are the winner. So these actually are coming from Sticker Mule. Actually, man, I think what I'm wondering is if because you're a VIP, I wonder if VIPs do that automatically. All right, so Ryan, let me send you a direct message. I'm gonna send you a Microsoft Forms. Or not a direct message, a private message as it's called here. Oh, come on. I just made a mistake. Well, this is weird. as I clumsily do things here. There we go. Well, I accidentally closed something. Now I don't have my direct messages coming up, or my whispers, I should say. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking here. All right. There we go, Ryan. You should have gotten a direct whisper, not a direct message. That would be Twitter. With a Microsoft form that you can use to, give me your address and such. So yeah, sure enough, they do come from sticker mail. Here, let me do this real quick. Like, I really do like the way how these came out. Here, let me turn off the green screen for a sec, or the chroma key for a second. Sure enough, that is what the stickers look like. Hey, Ryan, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah. So you'll be getting, like I say, you'll be getting a couple of these, right? Really nice. I like the way how they came out. Or Sticker Mule has been doing it for a long time. They always. It's not my first time I bought them from there. They do a really good job. All right. Let's get into some coding. Yeah, exactly. The timing. All right. So what I've been working on last couple streams. So I also I didn't even notice that. Well, here, let me do it one more time. I didn't even notice that. So turn off the chroma key. There we go. So there's what the stickers look like. Give it a second to, like I say, really nice. Die cut on there. You don't get any extra, things in the way. All right. So what we've been working on is so I have another Twitch channel, BrickWithChad, where I do Lego bricks. All right, and so like right now I've been working on a model of the Taj Mahal. All right, and it's a lot of fun, right? Really, and there's a reason why I do it on a separate channel. I just want to keep things separate. That one I do Legos, this one I do coding, and so forth. But one of the things that happens when when you're working with Legos, especially when you're clumsy like me, I drop Legos as I go on throughout the evening or day, whenever it is I'm streaming. And so what I want is something that will keep track of how many bricks I drop, right? Along with that, there's also what we're calling the oofs, right? Which, sure enough, I talked about this the other day. That name is attributed to Minardius, who we'll call it oofs as we go through the stream here. So I'm also tracking that, right? So, and what I mean by that is, like, as you're building Legos, you'll have a tendency sometimes where you'll skip a step, or you'll put the wrong color on it or whatever. And of course, you never find it out right away. It's usually you get several steps ahead, and then all of a sudden, you see it, right? And I was talking about this the other night. So like, for example, last week I was working on this, right? So this is part of the Taj Mahal. And you see those blue at the bottom, right? And you see the gray like arch, right? That's built out there. You build that gray arch. That's actually the last thing you do on this, is that gray arch. And as I was putting it on, it wasn't fitting right? And I was like, what is going on here? And turned out that blue, I actually skipped it, right? And because of that, it was one level off and everything. So that's an oof, right? Now luckily, grant you, that was like 30 steps prior. Luckily, I was actually able to retrofit it and get the brick in there without having to rebuild the whole thing. But so and again, this is just something to have some fun with it, and just enjoy what we're doing. So if we look at something, here's my notes from the other night. I still have them up, right? Kind of get and I was cleaning up for getting ready for the stream. Like I actually kept this up. So this is what we worked on the other night, right? So getting the current stream ID, right? So that we know, because in theory this bot will, we'll just keep it running. Although something we're gonna work on tonight, I'm gonna end up, at least for now, running on my machine. I wanted to run it like on a Linux VM out in Azure, right? Just keep. I actually have a Linux VM I keep all the time, anyways. But at any rate, we wanted we wanted a way to to do this. Now, yeah, sure enough, Ryan, these commands are not in this channel. And actually, I'm gonna have to. You made me think about that. I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to probably. I'm gonna have to take commands out of the other one. You made me think about something there. I'm glad someone did that. So we wanted the ability that once a new stream starts, a counter resets, right? And then we have this working, so drop brick, right? Oof. Yeah, exactly. Yes. And then stats, right, to show the number of bricks dropped. We also have stats by project, right? So like I'm working on the Taj Mahal. Well, I don't finish that in one sitting, right? I figure in all the Taj Mahal is going to take about 15 hours to work on, right? Well, probably more than that, because we've already done about 10 hours on stream with that. So it's not one stream, right? So I'm actually using Azure Table Storage, right? And we're storing that out there, right? Which, one of the reasons why I wanted to get back used to doing table storage. I hadn't done table storage in a couple of years, and I actually have some stuff coming up where we could use it, and so I wanted to get it back in my head how to use it, right? So the whole funny thing in this, I'm doing something for a Brick Twitch stream, but I also can, what I'm working on, I can also apply to my work, right? Along with blog articles, I'm actually going to do a blog. I'm actually blogging as part of the C# Avid, or Avid of C# or whatever. I forgot the name of it. That's bad. I forgot the name. I should know that. It is. Let me bring up my browser here, because I also wanted to point this out to you folks, right? Because some good articles coming up there. Advent. Yeah, here we go. So here is the C# Advent Calendar 2020, right? And you can see, so it's the second day. I don't know why there's not content there yet. Maybe it just hasn't shown up. Who knows? But yeah, so you got some some pretty good bloggers up here, blogging stuff, and then I decided I don't do blogs very often, but here you see on the 24th, I purposely picked, like, it was like the last day I could pick that was still available when I went in there. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a blog article about building a Twitch bot using C# and Azure, right? Oh, thank you. I do need a drink. Young to sponge. Or you got sponged. Oh, I can't even read. All right, so we've got that. Now the other thing that I worked on last night, and again because I wanted to play with this. So we'll go to GitHub. Oops. There we go. So I was playing around, and sure enough, everything we work on here sits there at this repository. So I was playing around with projects in GitHub. Yeah, my biggest issue with these is that everything's an issue, right? And there's not a difference between like an issue and a user story and so forth. I mean, you can see these are basically user stories, right? So yeah, and there's also I can't do parent-child, right? So some things I don't like about this compared to Azure DevOps, right? It's like Azure DevOps, everything in Azure DevOps is a work item, right? But there's different labels, so I can have a user story or such. I could probably label these, I guess. That would probably make that better. But here's the stuff. I was thinking about what else do I still need to do, right? So one, display drops on overlay and display oofs on overlay. So sure enough, you look at my overlay here, right? And I'm using a very similar overlay on the BrickWithChad. Like you see the numbers, right? The subscribers, followers, viewers, right? I'm doing something very similar, right? So sure enough, if I was to go over there, and of course I'm upside down. I'm upside down for a reason in here. But like you can see, bricks dropped and oofs, right? Oh, there we go. That's the one I really want to pull. And we can see it like a 0, right? Because we want to populate that, right? How many bricks have dropped, right? So anytime, now grant you can go on to the you'll be able to go on to the and do brick drop or do stats, and you'll get those numbers. But this is something a little bit nicer, right? So it's always showing. That's what I want to work on tonight, or first tonight. There's a couple other things, add console logging. So right now, it's a console window comes up, and there's like no messages ever happen on it, right? Other than when it gets connected. That's the only message we're showing right now. But like I would like to show command received and that type of stuff. Just just because if I have it open, I can see that it actually is doing something, right? One of the things right now, I have reset project is the name of command. So when I want to change it, the project, I want to change it to set project. So that's just really just a simple text change. Also right now, when we set a project, nothing gets reported back to the stream channel, right? We like that. Another couple other things, right? Remind broadcasters set a project. So if there's no project set, then we'll remind the broadcaster, me, hey, Chad, do you not want to set a project? What are you working on, right? Yeah, and we can see a couple of those. Oh yeah, drops oofs for project per stream, right? So like when we're finished with a project, we say, oh look, over the whole thing, Chad dropped 20 bricks over this project, which is like 5 bricks per stream or what have you, right? Actually, I guess 28 and 5 bricks per stream don't make sense, but you get my point. And then the other things I want is like a drop alert and oof alert, so some type of alert to show up, right? So it's again giving you that that nice visual indication of that. So let's work on this display drops and on overlay. So what I'm going to do for now and for this purpose is, and here we can put this in progress. Maybe have a check project to verify what is currently is. Yeah, good point, McNerdies. Right? Yeah, checking. Is this what you're working on? Right. That's a really good point. Actually, that might be something to add into this here. Let's see here. Include message to check project on a new stream. There we go. You can always have good grammar. All right, so what I'm gonna do for this for now, and I eventually would like to I want to learn more about how Stream Elements does, because you can have its custom widgets, and I would like to make custom widgets for this. But for now, what I'm going to do a little more simpler to get it working, right? And then I can do that later, because I'm actually having a hard time finding good documentation on the Stream Elements widget development. I'm gonna probably get in the Discord and try to ask for some help or what have you. There's plenty of people developing widgets, so I know there's got to be some documentation somewhere. But one of the things you do, so OBS can actually read a text file, right? And it detects when changes happen to that text file, right? So you can actually, just read that and bring it up. So that's what we're going to do, right? So with that being said, let's get into the code. Let me also figure out why my taskbar is showing here. Yeah, that's part of my other problems. My taskbar showing when it shouldn't be, but we'll just deal with it. Actually, I might as well just show it because it's also covering up stuff. All right, so let's get this project open up. There we go. Okay. And because I want to test some things, right? I'm gonna do things a little bit more the correct way. So we're gonna go in here, manage branches. And we're gonna do a new local. Well, I'll do that later. I'm gonna do a new branch, but I'm gonna do that later. I do want to play with that, but not now. All right. So we go into this Twitch bot. So we can see the main code isn't doing a whole lot. It's really in, and I didn't really mean to go into here. I meant to go into, not this. Oh, that reminds me of something else. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's do a couple things here. Actually, let's get to the project or the repository. That's the other thing I don't like about this. I have to go to the repository to add the issues. It'd be nice if I could add issues centrally, and then and it asks me which repository to tie it to, right? That would be nice. All right, so we're gonna have add commands. There's something that's all over my. Hold a second. Something all over my keyboard. I mean, it's one of those things I haven't noticed until now, but now I've noticed it. I can't unnotice it, right? All right, there we go. All right, so interpret the command, and handle that. All right. And let's see here. So then we're gonna do something like that, right? I will leave Ryan Hopkins in there. Why not? So we'll want that. Also, to what? Or no, I had that already. What's something else I was going to add here? I don't remember. All right. So we're working on this though. Oh, I know what it was. Create one more issue here. restructure code to have a common library. I don't really need any comments for that. That pretty much describes what we want to do. And really what I'm talking about here, like you see, so I've got two different console apps, right? So I've got the Twitch bot and I have this Twitch monitor, right? So Twitch monitor, it's looking for like when the stream starts or updates to the stream, right? And that's how we know what stream we're on, right? You know, and it has a different since the last time a command has been called. Eventually I'm gonna do some other things with Twitch monitor, right? But you'll notice that stream snapshot, right? We also notice I have stream snapshot in Twitch bot, right? And that's just because it's getting kind of late Monday and I just want to get it working, right? But you know, really that should be in a common library that can be used by these two, right? So you know, that's what I want to do with that. All right, so, and again, for those who haven't been watching, who are new to this, just to show you really quick, we go to this bot class. So I'm using the TwitchLib, right, which is a nice library for working with the Twitter API, Twitch API, not Twitter. And sure enough, the Twitch API is actually pretty easy, but this just kind of makes it even simpler, right? And you can see what we do. We connect to it. You know, we give it, you know, I'm initializing, you know, who I'm connecting with, right? So my credentials, you know, which includes that access token here, and then the channel name, right? So what channel do I want to be tracking, right? Because actually, you know, you could track other channels, you know, there's nothing, you know, nothing preventing you from doing that. You can't get everything, but like the fact that, you know, the information we're getting here, like if you look at what's in stream snapshot, stream ID, user ID, username, game ID, type, title, viewer account, started at, and language. So that's the fields in here. That's actually available to anybody, right? You know, for any stream, right? As a matter of fact, in the API, if you call it without without the user ID, you know, which equates to the username, you actually just get all of them sorted by the you know, number of viewers, right? Anyway, we do that, and then we create some, you know, we're listening to some events, right? So on connected, which really on connect, all we're doing is saying, hey, we're connected. But you know, check command received, that's the important part, and on disconnect, which is doing a disconnect, you know, closing out stuff here, right? And then, you know, just again, you know, following along what we're doing here, if we look at the on chat command received, you know, we can see this, right? It gets you know, we get these args, yeah, and then we're looking drop brick, oofs, stats, reset project, right? And those call the appropriate methods, right? And so, like, you know, drop brick, you know, it's saying, hey, if the person who sent that the command is a broadcaster or a moderator, then we're going to increment them, right? By default, if you don't pass a number, it'll increment it by 1. Otherwise, it'll use the number you pass in, right? And you'll notice we're doing a try parse to make sure it really is a number. Interesting, and I probably, this might not be expected behavior, but like if I was to type in, you know, the drop brick foo, right, instead of a number, it's just gonna increment by 1. That might not be what we want. I don't know. That's a good question. That would be definitely a question you would want to add. You know, if we're building this for a client, you know, that would be something we'd want to ask. What do you want to do if that happens? For me, I think it's fine. But yeah, and then finally, you know, it updates the. Oh, well, that's not right. We want to do that better. Okay, so what I was saying was, sorry, I just noticed something. So we also update the project stats, right? So we're keeping that in the database, and and then we we send the message, right? So Chad has dropped X bricks, so far the stream, during the build, Chad has dropped so many, right? And actually even this during the build, this is actually in if we actually have a project, right? So if we don't have a project, then we don't call that out, right? So one thing I'm noticing here, and this is funny because I was actually trying to prevent this update project stats, that's making a call out to Azure Table Storage, which it's a pretty quick call, but really that should be happening after we send the message, right? So those on stream don't even notice that, right? I mean, because why should they have to wait? So what I do want to do, let's see here. So we're let's copy that. And I probably should be adding another issue to this technically, but okay, I'm gonna set that to 0. And in here, I'm gonna set that to 1. All right, and then I was just thinking the way how this works, because what this is doing, calling this method here, which updates the number. Oh, are we not saving this to? I thought we were saving this off to Azure. I don't think we are saving this out to Azure. I could swore we were. I mean, we should be, that's for sure. Just a second. As I expected, I was in my work account. All right, there we go. Just taking a look here. Yeah, Bricks with Chad. No, we've got counts in here. So let's see here. I am confused. Look up table. Oops. Table client. Hey there, Crunchcorn. Thank you. Yeah, well, I gotta admit, I've been streaming since May, right? Seems like I've been streaming forever, and not in a bad way, right? This is kind of come so normal that it's kind of become part of me. Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah. I am still trying to figure that out, the numbers, right? Because actually, if you look, so it is interesting. Barely have 150. Well, I think I tell you, I think some of it is the fact that I do advertise, AMA and newbies welcome, which and I truly mean that, because I do, there's some streams where I don't get anything that I was planning on done, but we have lots of great conversations about, people getting started, who are just learning how to program. And I really enjoy that, right? And I think that's kind of helped, my follower numbers, right? All right, I am confused here because I see numbers in here. I know somewhere we're saving that numbers. The table client is not in here. Yeah, well, Crunch, part of it is, I mean, that's why I go out. That's why I go to conferences to speak at conferences, right? And that's why I mentor. I just really enjoy it, right? And I mean, look, I boil it down to this. Now, grant you, I grew up in this industry. I mean, literally grew up in this industry because my father was a software developer. But I still remember, because he and I went down a similar but different tech path, right? Well, so the whole funny thing is Crunch, is that for the longest time I said I'm never going to do a Twitch. I was never going to do a Twitch bot on stream, but I started another stream, right? Another channel, and I really want something, right? So that's but yeah, so part of the reason why I do all this, right, is because, I mean, I remember getting started, right? Forget just getting started, even nowadays, right? Is that, that desire to have knowledge, right? And, not knowing where to go, right? And I mean, the great part about now, I mean, grant you gotta remember, I professionally started back in 90, right? Yeah, so I started back, hold on, Crunch, I'm gonna actually go back to your comment there. I started back in 90, right? I mean, there barely was an internet, right? Definitely no Twitch or any of that type of stuff. So that's the reason why I do all this stuff. It's funny you talk about that. So yeah, I'm doing a bot. I actually want to do some stream visuals, right? Actually tied to this bot, and I actually need to start looking at that also. Really what I'm trying to get to, and it's kind of, I've already built this up a little bit. One of the things I don't like about Twitch is the analytics just aren't really there, right? I mean, there's some real basic analytics that only shows you for a short period of time. And I'm a numbers guy, right? I love seeing numbers, right? That's actually, once I get this done, that's what we're working on, is a Twitch analyzer, right? Kind of get you more stats about and really all it's data that's there. It's just making it more available to the streamer. All right, because I see it. Let's see here. I'm just trying to think. Am I doing it somewhere I just don't see? Hold on. Project tracking. Get table client retrieve. Save. Hold on. I am calling this save somewhere. Okay, that's reset project. Where was the other reference? Oh, okay. Here we go. And I'm doing it right. Okay. So, went a long way to realize I am actually already doing it right. I am doing it at the end of everything, right? I had, for some reason I was thinking that update project stats was doing it. But no, we are just fine. So, to the point of, we can actually reset this. We don't need those changes. All right. So now what we want to do is we're going to write out to a file the numbers. So when the numbers increment, we're going to write those out. So I'm going to start off with, I'm going to do something off screen here real quick. Because I'm going to put my settings file that has stuff I don't want to share. I already accidentally shared it the other day. I had to reset everything. So what I'm doing is I'm setting where I'm gonna write these files. So the path, right? So we'll say output file path equals, and I'm gonna put this on D. Where is it? I was gonna put this stuff. I do have a place where I actually put all the stuff. I just can't remember where that was right now. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna so D streaming bricks with Chad stream labels. Okay, and actually I'm gonna make one more change here. Sorry y'all can't see this, but we'll actually do brick drop output path, and then we'll have a oof output path. All right. And I still, my settings file, which I'm not going to show, right now it's just a bunch of static fields. I really need to change that to, to be configurable. I probably should add that as an issue also. I will later on. So, if we go back to brick drop, right? So we're going to do this stuff. And then right here, we're going to do, and this is actually be very simple, file dot system dot file. Oh, come on. Oh, system.io dot file dot and on here, I don't want to append because I actually want to override it. It's is it create text? Creates or opens a file. The file exists. Its contents are overwritten. Yes, this is the one I want. And then oh, okay, that's right. This is going to create a stream, a file stream. Yeah, it's going to do like this. Come on. Oh, for heaven's sakes. All right, and then this will be settings dot brick drop output path. All right, so we're gonna do that, and then in here we're just gonna do sw dot right line actually I'm gonna do just a right because I have a feeling that's gonna be better because a right line would add a line fee at the end, whereas this won't. That would probably be better for the for OBS. And then this will be where it's dropped. So not really all that hard. pretty straightforward code here. Now what I want to do, because we basically need the same thing for oof, so that's actually, a good friend of mine always says, if you write it once you should think about encapsulating. If you write it twice you need to encapsulate it. If you write it 3 times you need to find a different job. All right, so let's actually encapsulate that code there. We can have private void, and then we're going to do update local stats, I guess is what I'll call it. And then in here we're going to have a string of path, and then we're going to have an integer of count. And then here we'll say path in here, we're gonna say kept. All right, and then I prefer the new, so we can do it like this. Oh, I need the semicolon there. All right, so the new syntax, you know, you do this more as a command line. I just kind of like it. The less brackets to me, the better, right? So that's why we're doing it like that, right? So now, go back here and say, sure enough, I really should have done, you know, there is a, yeah, as a matter of fact, you can see that does that there, right? What I meant to say is I could do the extract method. I really should have done that. Would have been easier, but it's all right. So now we're going to do update local stats, and we're going to say settings dot brick output path, and then we're going to say bricks dropped. Okay, and now I'll do that, and then we'll go back to we'll go to oof, basically do the same thing. Update local stats, settings dot oof output path, and an oofs. So pretty darn simple. I really, because I am doing both these at the same time. Probably should. This is also in work. Yeah, so now you know, now what oh, now we want to test this. That's what we want. We'll start this bad boy up. Come on. All right, so there, and this is actually the next thing we're going to work on. Right now, the only command you ever see, or only status we ever see is bot connected. Right, would be nice to have other things in there. Not that we've done anything yet with it, but so let's see here. Let's do all right, here's the directory that those files should be written to. Now, in reality, they would already be there, but that's okay. We'll just let it create it the first time. And then we'll go here. All right, so we're gonna do. Actually, my worst part is I keep on forgetting the name of the command, which is really bad. Yeah, drop brick. Something I'm creating, I can't seem to remember that name. So, drop brick. And nothing's happening. BrickWithChad. Oh, there it goes. Just took a moment there. So there we see has dropped one brick so far in the stream. That's good. Did we get our file output? Yes, we did. And there we see one. Really simple. All right. So sure enough, when we do that again, there we see two there, and now we should see two here, and we have two. Pretty darn simple. And just to make sure, oof. There we see the oofs got written. It's up to 1. There we go. That was that simple. And so now what I can do, you know, here I'll bring OBS in here. Well, this isn't gonna actually work very well. I can't actually show it very well. Well, now in OBS, I can, like I say, I can tie a text to these files and they get updated. All right. I guess it's come watch Saturday night when I'm streaming Bricks with Chad, and you'll be able to see it, I guess. There we go. So that works. So let's go ahead. Get disconnected there, and let's go ahead and check that in. Writing to a local file. All right. That was a bit slow. So there, you know, there, we're done with those. I'm gonna leave those in progress because I want to actually, I do have automation on here, and what I want to see is, like, at the end of the night when I do a pull request from dev to main, I want to see that moves. Again, I'm just seeing how this all works. All right, so let's do this add console logging. All right, again, this should be, I mean, we're really doing some simple stuff here. As you saw, we saw no indications as to what was going on, right? So we just want to do a little bit of that, right? So not really a whole lot we're going to be doing here. I mean, this is going to be pretty darn simple. So we're going to go in here. Actually, I'm going to, again, encapsulation. Let's do void print message to console, string message, and then I want console color, I think it is, and we'll have a default of white, although there's really no point in using this if you're doing just the white. Console foreground color equals I have this console color, but I really should have named it something different. Let's actually call this foreground color. All right, and then we're going to do console.WriteLine message, and then console.foreground color equals white. All right. So there we go. So we're going to do it like that, and then we're just going to say print message, and here this will be drop brick. Actually, in here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna have command args dot command text, not command text. I think what I want is a command text or chat message. That's what I want. Now, maybe it is just all right, we'll try that and we'll see what happens. Let's just try that real quick, because I forget if I think command text is just going to give me drop brick. I don't think, which is fine, but I wanted to actually show the brick counts, right? So we say, I just realized my camera's not, why is my, camera not on? That's weird. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just going to show the command. I can always say the args, but I. All right, let's see here. All right, number one, I am kind of curious why. Why? Well, it's interesting. There we go. All right. And what made me think about it was because, like, the other night, I was actually blocking something I was trying to show, and I was like, oh, let me make sure I'm not blocking when I'm trying to show. All right, so that's not what we want. What's in this? There's command. Okay, so it's got to be in here. I guess. All right, let me look at this chat message again. Badge, bits, bot, username, channel, cheer, color. It's interesting. There's is me. That's a interesting one there. Well, I bet it's message. And unfortunately, TwitchLib does not have good internal documentation. All right, so here we'll do drop brick. There we go. Now we see that, right? And if I do drop brick, about 39. Apparently I dropped a whole lot of bricks. There we go. So that's what I wanted to see, right? I probably what I'm going to do, I want to add one more thing here to this. Did I? Oh, I didn't put a color there. I was like, why is the color not showing up? All right, let's stop this. And actually I should have made it disconnect, but that's all right. Let me actually have it pass this chat message. So I'm gonna do this different. Okay, so chat message. Prep message console, and this time we're gonna pass in the chat message. As I was saying, I'm gonna do this a little bit differently, right? So now, at least I have never found a way to color the text other than what is built in. It's foreground color. I don't think you can. Yeah, so that's this is I don't think you can do this. Pretty system.drawing is not in there. No? Can you really do this? Okay, this is not a good. Let's see, let's look at the official documentation. I don't think there's a way to change the color other than the console color enum or whatever that is. Yeah, so you can only set it to that. Which is fine. Well, that's interesting. That's a good idea to do. All right. Which is fine. I was just trying to be kind of a little bit more neater, you know, cooler, right, with it. But that's all right. So, because what I did notice is in chat message, there is, you know, there's a color, right, which I believe, you know, there's also color hex, which I'd be willing to bet is like the username color, right? But that's all right. So sure enough, what I'm gonna do here, we're gonna exactly, it is all about the cool factor, right? Even though this is something that's eventually this is gonna be just running on a Linux machine and no one's really gonna ever look at it, but you know, we can always, you know, still doesn't mean we can't make it look good. All right, so I'm gonna say we're gonna console.foreground color. Those are both console color though. Yeah, yes. Well, these are, because I'm just grabbing the current, because then we're gonna reset it, right? Which is actually better than what I was doing here. Oh, was it? No, it's a color. It's it's an RGB color. So, all right. So let's do, all right. So what we'll do in here, we'll say console foreground color equals, and then I'll change this to green. And then we'll say console.write, and then we'll do chat command, or sorry, chat message dot was it username? I think yeah, or no, there was a display name. I want to use that instead, because that should be, you know, like TaleLearnCode, capital T, capital L, capital C, right? So we'll do like that. Then we're gonna do foreground color equals gray. I don't know. I'm just picking something here. And then we'll do console.write. And in here, and I'm just doing the interpolation to get that space. I gotta put the space somewhere. And this will be chat message. Oh, it's not chat message. It's yeah, it was. Yeah, never mind. Console.write chat message dot message. All right. And then we'll do console.foreground color current foreground background. I'm not actually changing the background in this, but I'm gonna put this code in here for now. Because I gotta admit, I didn't think about that before. I do a lot of this where I'll change it to, you know, I'll change it and I'll change it back to white. Oops. Didn't mean to delete those. But I do, you know, this is really nice to do it that way, right? All right, so now we'll pass that in there. And we'll pass in that chat message. And actually, we will go up to here. We'll just print that, you know, up here in the oh that's because here it's E. All right, so now McNard's, I just noticed you have some blue moon in the brain. Boy, I'm just freaking watered tonight. So now if we go back here, we'll say drop rec 4. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I thought I put a space in there. I swore I put a space in there. But it's doing it. I do need to I need to add a right line at the end. Okay. And then maybe green is not the right color, because it matches what, you know, the connected message. But I do want to show something different there. All right, well, I can get rid of this. So maybe we'll do a dark green. Try not dark gray, dark green for now. And gray. Actually, I'm gonna try the dark gray instead. All right, and then oh, I was doing that, but I apparently changed it. All right. Oh. Let me add in. Actually, I guess I could just do a new line. I should do what I want. There we go. So now we see that. I'm gonna probably still do something different than the green. It's too much like the bot connected. All right, but that is doing what I wanted to do. So let's see here. Self oof. Yeah. No, well, I think part of the problem is, I mean, console color only has so many colors to it, right? I mean, that would be really cool if you could do, if it would do like that, but I think we'll do it cyan for our color. I actually like that dark gray. We'll keep that. And then, I was thinking, I think I'm gonna add something else in here. Yeah, we're gonna add a actually we'll allow it to go back to the old colors. Then we're gonna console.writeLine. Do a tab, and then we'll say bricks dropped. Bricks dropped. And then this will be oofs. Just adding a little bit more information in there, you know, some logging. Yeah, and that I think this will finish this task here. Again, we're kind of pounding through these tasks pretty quickly because these are kind of some of the easier stuff that are important though. But you know, there we go. So we see, you know, actually I'll probably change it. That dark gray is probably too dark now. I see it. Oh, because I do this message up front. That's the reason why number, okay. I mean, if I do this again, this is easier. Well, yeah, this compared to some of the other stuff we were doing. I mean, none of this has been that hard, right? Yeah, we are one behind. All right, I'm gonna change this back to gray, and then instead of calling that message there. No, let's do that. Then let's do print stats. So there. And again, just making this more what we want. There you go. Drop bricks dropped 1, oofs 0, right? And then we add oof, and we got that. And we have that. Okay, that's doing what we wanted to do. We have some nice colors to see a little bit better. Get a little bit of tracking information, which is good. So thinking one other thing, and I didn't write this down, but you know, probably want to add a little bit more error handling. There's no error handling in here whatsoever right now. All right, probably should do that some, right? So let's see here. So let's do Just trying to set where to put the error handling. Yeah, I'm not going to put it in here. I'm going to put in the ones that get called from here. Okay. No, I am going to do it from there. Okay. All right, just trying to think where I wanted to put this. So, and I'm gonna do it. You know, so we're gonna have a couple try catches or try blocks, right? Oops. Well, you know, Gitmodo, that's a good point, right? Trying to avoid errors as much as possible. But you know, here's the thing: some of these errors could be coming from you know, from outside, you know, outside of my control. And I did purposely turn off my camera and put in some chapstick on real quick. So, like for example, right here, you know, I'm gonna do this get most recent stream ID. Well, you know, if that happens from the if that happens within grabbing the data from table storage, I mean, I might, like something happened with table storage. I don't know, you know, some crazy thing, right? There's only so much I can do with it, right? So, but I mean, still, I think a good point you make there. All right, I'm gonna add this catch. And then, so what we're going to do, a little bit different than programming norms. I mean, so here's the thing, you know, error handling is something you got to be careful with, right? You want to do it. You don't want to be too much with it, right? But here's where, you know, I don't want the whole thing blow up, right? So for example, if I can't get the most recent stream ID, right? I just kind of want to ignore it. Now, grant you, you know, potentially, you know, that means it won't reset it from the previous stream. I start a new stream, it's still grabbing the old stream. Although I check that every single time, right? So it's still, you know, I might have one or two bricks that, you know, well, hopefully, you know, we'll have it too often, right? So yeah, I'm sorry, I was just thinking about something, but you know, I do get your point there, right? I am going to add another. Let me think about that. Yeah, we're going to add another. We're going to have a private void print error. We'll call it exception. That's what I was trying to think of. We'll pass in the exception, and in here, you know, we're just gonna you know, I don't know why I never thought about doing it like this before. I'm gonna change this to print chat message. Well, yeah, I was thinking about something, but never mind. Here's where some duplication makes sense. All right, so in here, console dot. In here, I'm going to do, I am going to set the background color. And we'll do this to red, and we'll do console background color, or foreground color. Why not yellow? Yellow. Actually, I think you gotta do dark yellow. I don't think red or yellow is very easy to see on the screen. And then console right line. It's just gonna be message. There we go. Thank you for that posture check there. That's a good point. Actually, I just realized I'm losing track of time. Thank you actually for that, because you made me realize we've been going over an hour. Let's do do a sticker giveaway real quick. Well, here, let me finish this, and then we'll do a sticker giveaway. Because I lost track of time. So let's see here. I want to add in time is imaginary. Well, actually, in some sense, time is imaginary, right? All right, we're gonna add a string. Current operation. We'll just call this operation. All right, and then this is going to be, and this will be. So we'll say. Well, so if no clocks are allowed, then how are we supposed to give away stickers every hour? All right. Current operation. Current. No, I just call it operation. That's why I'm having a hard time there. From your point of view, like every 50 lines of code. Then I have to count lines of code. Does that really make sense? You know, that's like the most hated metric there is, lines of code. All right. There we go. Well, now it's actually adding people by automatic, which is, I think, a good. Oh, because if you I think this is just doing recent message. So sure enough, if you want to get in the raffle, I mean, some folks are in there. We'll put in, exclamation raffle. We'll give it a couple seconds here. 1,000 characters. Oh my goodness, McNairs. You're gonna have me run out all my stickers tonight if I do that. All right. Going once, going twice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and spin this wheel here. All right, it's crunch corn. Awesome. There it goes. I was saying, when's it gonna put that up there? Oh, I like it. It's gonna display from before, I guess. Well, that's hasn't done that before. All right. So crunch corn wins the this hour's my goodness, what is this doing? Stickers. I'm assuming he's here. All right, I'll send the message. Crunchcore, if you are here, I don't know, you're not showing up in my chat for some reason. Well, if you are here, I'll send you a message here in a little bit. Of what you need to do to basically fill out a form. Yeah. So, all right, we'll take care of that here, because I did write down the names there. All right, awesome. Let's go back into our code. All right, So now of course the fun part is, actually throwing up an exception. Oh, here I need, so on my catch, we're gonna grab need to grab that exception, and then we're gonna what do I call this? Print exception ex. Right now, sure enough, if I run code analyzer here, it's not gonna like that. Oh. Was it code analyzer doesn't like when you just do the base exception. Sometimes code analyzer is too strict. So this will be get most recent stream ID. And what I'm doing here, we are going to purposely throw an exception. Did this work? Hey Winix, how are you doing tonight? Okay, yeah. All right, I'm just purposely throwing an exception because I just want to test this, right? So there, we'll see that. And then we'll call this command. Actually, I could call any command this. Yeah, practice the HTML and CSS. Awesome. Okay, well that worked, but oh my goodness, you can't read that at all. that color combination is horrible. So maybe we won't do the yellow. See, this is why I don't design things. I don't design front ends, right? All right, Winix, hold on just a second. I'm gonna come back to your question. Let me just see if I now have something that I can read. Sure enough, I was actually talking to a front-end designer today. Yeah, hot standard. Yeah. There we go. That's more readable. All right. Hold on a second. See what McNurse has passed along here. Oh yes. I think I remember this. Yeah, the hot dog. Goodness. Thing. All right. Let's look at this message here real quick. We look at this one here. Yep. Question is, what is Azure for, right? Why are you using it for coding? So Azure is Microsoft's cloud solution, right? Lots of different products in there, and in particular, what we're doing is we're using it to store some data, right? So we're using what's called table storage, which is just a very simple column store, all right? Very cheap, and by cheap I mean eventually I'm going to store like every minute that I'm streaming. Actually, I might even do it every 30 seconds. I'm trying to decide, but but I was doing this analysis on every minute. Like I'm gonna store, like stats of a stream. I mean, we're not doing it yet. Actually, we are doing it, but we're not using it yet. But I figure for the whole year, a year's worth of data will cost me like, well, it was I think 50 cents a month, right, to store it. All right, so it's really, really cheap. So yeah. So it's, yeah, exactly. It's in the cloud, right? So sure enough, look, for this Twitch bot, do I really need Azure? No, all right. But I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to trying to add some more stuff into it, and admittedly, it's a little bit of clickbait, right? In one sense, right? Because I am the Twitch bot I'm writing is actually going to be used. I actually have a whole nother Twitch channel where I do Lego streams. So so I do want it for that purpose. But I'm also going to use this as a blog article, right? And that's going to be kind of the title, right? Building a Twitch bot using C# and Azure, right? And we're gonna, use not all of what we're writing here, because I'll probably simplify it some for the blog, but definitely, a lot of this. All right, so there we go. We have this. We got away from the hot dog stand font there. Let's see, if I want to be front-end dev and eventually full stack, is it necessary to know Azure as well? So as a front-end dev, no, not really, right? There are some things, right? And no, I mean, Azure is, look, Azure is hundreds of products, right? So, if we look at Azure, right, and you look at the product list, and it doesn't look too much, but these are categories, right, with lots of products in here, right? Actually, 200 plus products, right? They're listed here now. This list is a little bit misleading because there's things that get duplicated here. No, I definitely agree. And sure enough, I will say this: you can. Well, there's a couple ways you can get some good trial stuff, right? You can sign if you do the free account. Yeah, you'll get a $200 credit for 30 days, right? So, and there's actually some services that are free, right? Including some that are always free, right? Actually, if I go back into the portal here, so actually inside of Azure, yeah, like I can click on, I have this free services here. So you actually see stuff, and some are free for 12 months, and some are free forever, right? Just depends on what you're doing. But you can see a lot of things. Now, you're asking as a front-end developer, so there's a couple things, right? Number one, now it won't show up in the free because it's not free, but the Azure oh, I'm forgetting what it's called right now. Oh, for heaven's sakes, app service, right? Azure app service, right? Where you can host, a website. Now, grant you, if you're depending on if you're doing a JavaScript site, you might not need all the power of app service, but depending on what you're doing with it, there's that. There, something that's really nice, especially if you're going to look at ASP.NET, right? Whether that be, MVC, Razor, maybe Blazor, I'm not sure. But there's app configuration. Actually, I really like this service. So I can actually store my app configuration, which the nice part is I can, like if I have multiple clients using the same app settings, but also in here are feature flags, right? So the whole idea of, we're working on something, right, but we're not ready to publish it. This is what Microsoft does, right? Microsoft actually, they're always working stuff. They're actually delivering right away. Does app service have a free tier? Yes, it does. You are correct. I forgot about that. It's pretty limited, although I've run some stuff on there just fine. Yeah, no, there was, and again, some of the stuff, because again, the reason why some of it's free or near free is because really they're looking for the people who are going to do millions of transactions a day, right? And that's where they're going to make their money, right? They're not worried about the people who are doing a couple hundred transactions a day or a couple hundred transactions a month, right? Yeah, so the feature flag, so like Microsoft, like if you look at Azure DevOps, right? well, not my old work account. But you know, if we look at Azure DevOps, right? They actually are always developing on this, right? Always. And what is going on with my bar? I thought they had. Let's go pull up the changelog. I don't know where the changelog went, but they don't turn features on, right? Or they do stuff like if I go in here, I go to preview features. I mean, this is using feature flags, right? It's saying, hey, like I could turn on, barely have new delivery plans turned off. You notice I have everything turned on, but yeah, that's absolutely using the feature flags. So there's some really cool stuff you can do. Yeah, well, there you go. So a mini database. I mean, you can do built in Azure there's Azure SQL, right? Now, the cheapest Azure SQL database you run, I think it's $5 a month, but it's running a full version of SQL Server, right? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to run, you know, Amazon on that $5 service, right? But there's that. There's a Cosmos. You know, if you want to get into the NoSQL stuff, right? You have Cosmos, which has tons of power. There's actually a free tier on Cosmos, right? So that's up to a 5 GB database with 400 RUs, which get into Cosmos, you understand what I'm talking about with RUs, but actually very, you know, it's actually a really nice level there. Yeah, now I'll say that $5. You know, and I would say it's $5. Let me look, make sure I'm saying it right. So if we go here, we go back here, products, NoSQL, pull your hair out. So you're a data guy, so I see that, right? Although I can see it going either way, right? With a data person, right? I think they both have their place, right? And you know, I do use a mix of them, right? Let's see if I look at database pricing. If we do DTU basic, yeah, about $4.89.71 a month, right? And that's for, you know, that's for a 2 GB database, right? Now, it's only 5 DTUs, right? So again, you know, you're only gonna be able to do so much IO with that, right? But you know, for $5, it's pretty darn reasonable, right? You know, and sure, if we go to standard, yeah, because then I'll put it this way. So I run Copalooza, which is a conference here in Louisville. The Copalooza website runs on this $15 a month website, and we've never had a problem. Right? I mean, you know, at 10 DTUs. So DTU is a data transaction unit. It's kind of a made-up number that Microsoft does. I thought they had I was looking for a chart. Yeah, here we go. So, you know, blended measure of CPU memory and read-write rates, right? So, and really, Microsoft's kind of getting away from the DTU, you know, because you notice there was also like the V core, where I'm actually paying for a core, right? So I'm having a core, or at least part of a core, dedicated to me, right? Or multiple cores, right? Depending on what I want. So it's just a way of measuring, you know, what we're doing here, right? But there's no straight answer to what a DTU is, right? There is some math that you could do to figure it all out. There's also I was looking at, where is, here we go. There's a DTU calculator that you can use. And this basically, the way how this works is you run a command line on your database server, right? So this is really meant for migrations, right? This DTU calculator, but it is nice, right? Because it can work, right? And actually, this DTU calculator, I used it. Now it's been 3 years ago that I used it, but it gave me really good readings, right? Because I was actually able to use those numbers when I moved the database to Azure, and I don't think I was overpriced. I think I was paying for what I needed, right? And we weren't suffering performance because it's not like it underloaded my GTU count. Because with that being said, Azure SQL can also get expensive, right? It's I don't even know. I still knew where I'm at right now. I don't know what we're paying for our Azure, but we're not doing that as much yet with Azure on the database. But like where I was at before, we were our databases. We were spending like 10,000 a month for them, right? SQL is just so clean. I'm definitely biased when Jay Bundle, here's my thing. If you asked me 4 years ago what I thought about NoSQL, I would have told you you're crazy, right? I want my transactions. I want my, I want ACID. I want real SQL, right? I want those things, right? And really, I kind of got challenged by somebody, right? And they're like, oh, it was kind of a bad situation because I remember talking to the president of the company, because basically the president of the company, we had some consultants come in, and then he was kind of sticker shocked by a price because we were going to have them do some work for us. And then the president of the company, his brother, works for not a data company. Well, they are a data company in one sense, but a healthcare company, and as a manager, and then brought in talked to one of the data architects there. And again, this is a data architect dealing with massive amounts of data, right? We weren't anywhere near that, right? And it's so funny. At first, this guy was like, "Oh, well, you should look at Hadoop," and I'm like, our whole database is like 7 gigs. Why would I ever? And it was 7 gigs because it was mismanaged, right? It was. There was a lot of cleanup that we needed to do on it. I was like, why would I ever even think about looking at Hadoop? That would be silly, right? But then this guy went, oh, you need to do SQL, right? Or you need to do NoSQL. And what really got me upset was because we were talking about doing a rebuild in SQL Server, and this guy said, SQL Server was written in the 70s, right? Or SQL was written in the 70s, right? It's so outdated. And I got the CEO of the company like, oh my goodness, the 70s. Yes, because he's sitting right next to me. And I'm like, yeah, well, NoSQL basically has its basis off from the 50s. So if you want to give me that argument, give me the full argument, right? But long story short, I kind of got challenged, right? And kind of I had to now prove why NoSQL wasn't right. And I started looking actually more into it. And I really appreciate, now on top of it, an extremely hierarchical database, and I actually implemented a graph database using a NoSQL graph database, and it made a difference, for the implementation. So, but then again, not all NoSQL databases are graph databases, right? Sort of all graph databases are NoSQL, although like SQL Server has a graph implementation. I wouldn't use that. It works, but more effort than it's worth. So yeah, I definitely think NoSQL has its place, right? But at the same rate, like where I'm at now, You know, I mean, we're going to do a mix, right? But our primary database, it's already there, right? Because they've already been moved. But our primary database will be SQL Server, right? Now it is pretty cool. You know, talking to my CIO, and you know, I was doing a presentation about Cosmos a couple weeks ago, and I was telling him that, right? You know, I was like, oh yeah, tonight I'm doing a presentation with Cosmos, and it was funny. He asked me, he's like, how long do you think Cosmos has been around, right? And I was like, well, Cosmos as a product has been around, you know, this long, but it's been an internal product for, you know, for over a decade. And he's, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, so you know all that. And I'm like, yeah. Turns out he actually was, you know, interviewing to be like, I don't know what the title was going to be, but basically in charge of the Cosmos team. He ended up not taking that job, but that was pretty cool to find that out. So, all right, so we've got this working. Let's go ahead, check that in. Because again, we've, you know, printing more information to the console. All right, we'll go ahead and check that in. And I accidentally opened up extra browser windows here. There we go. So those are done now. So next one, okay, this is going to be this one's going to be really easy. So this change reset project to set project. The whole idea here is, you know, again, doing Lego projects, you know, some won't finish in one stream, a lot of them, because I usually do bigger Lego sets. So, you know, I can't do them in all in one stream. So, you know, we have a project, right? So tracking over multiple streams. And I had commands in here. Let me look at something here. Yeah, actually, we're going to do this one also. So I had commands in here for the project, right? Which that is being stored in Azure storage.
2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. All for the stream. Stand up and holler.
Interesting. Thanks for the tangent on NoSQL and Azure. Cool to get your perspective.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I definitely always want to wait for that whole alert. No, I don't get bits very often, so I you know, always awesome when the bit alerts come off. But thank you, I really do appreciate that. So what I was saying here, we have. Oh, it's because I'm not in the right class. I was wondering where is my stuff. We have here. Here's what I'm looking for. This reset project, right? And I was thinking about it as I was writing notes of, you know, what other enhancements do I want. I don't really like the name of my background's the same. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's more of longevity than anything else, right? I just been around for a long time, right? But thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Actually, I need to update it anyways. Oh, here, it doesn't work if I. Oh, yeah, it does. I need to update it anyway. There we go. Yeah. Oh, why is that? Should be the first one. Yeah. I was trying to remember which one this was. Oh, I do need changes. I'm no longer director of software development for ScholarX. I'm now director of IT architecture for Atria Senior Living. Here, actually, while I'm thinking about it, wow, McDurst, you're doing a hydrate. Actually, I did need that. Here, let's do a couple things. let me fix my, since I have changed jobs. I am Director of IT Architecture. Hey there, Sean. I see you're back from your evening meeting. Atria Senior Living. Submit that, and let me fix this because this should not be. There we go. Something like that. But good to hear you had a good meeting. All right. So, well, Jim, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of fun with those, and sure enough, I mean, I will say, especially since you're saying you're only a couple hours away, you know, a little bit of self-promotion. You know, there's also Codepalooza, right? You know, so, you know, an annual event. So now this year we were online. Target dates for next year are 18 through 20, August 18 through 20. I'm actually meeting with the hotel next week. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if we could do an in-person event next year. I just don't know. Yeah, well, at CSS, there's a lot to learn there, right? I mean, there's a lot to learn with CSS, or well, depending on how much you get, you know, how much you get into it. Yeah, I mean, so sure enough, you know, when I mean, you know, Codepalooza. I mean, granted, I'm biased, right? Because I run Codepalooza, right? But it is really a lot of fun, right? I mean, conferences in general are a lot of fun. You know, but we definitely try to have a lot of fun with this one. And it's a 3-day. First day is workshops, so half day and full day workshops, and then 2 days of sessions, right? And just jam packed, right? And like I say, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I'm pretty confident of the dates of 18 through 20, but it's not official yet. But I'm trying to figure out if in August, if that'll be enough time to do an in-person event. I gotta have my doubts, right? But that's why, you know, when I meet with Hotel next week, part of what part of what I want to talk to them about. So the whole thing about running an event, you know, when you sign a contract with, you know, with your venue, there's guarantees in there, and those guarantees are really expensive. Luckily, you know, force majeure that kicked in this year, right? Because of the pandemic, right? So there was absolutely no way I could have the event. And so force majeure kicked in. Actually, force majeure kicked in for the hotel, right? So they claim force majeure, which is good when they do it. Because basically the buyout is like $60,000, right? In other words, if I don't have an event, well, actually, that's actually kind of weird the way how it's not exactly 60,000, but it's expensive. But anyway, yeah. So no, we'll see how the meeting goes next week, and because, well, you know, so trying to get that, and then again, I'm more than willing to say, hey, you know, we can write a contract that says, you know, if we can't have it in 2021, automatically do it in 2022, right? And then enforce the amounts. I just, my honest, you know, I mean, look, the vaccination, been approved in England. I think what I heard was it? I heard December 5th, but it's a Saturday. maybe it's the 15th. I know sometime like in the next week or something that the what is it, the drug commission, you know, that they're supposed to review the request for the expedient approval. But I mean, they're really not saying it, they're not going to have real quantities until like April, right? I mean they're able to produce batches right away, but it'll be for healthcare. And I mean, actually, a CDC is recommending healthcare and long-term care residents first. Because what did they say? It was like those two categories represented. It's like only, they said like 10% of the cases in the US, but like 60% of the deaths, which is just insane. Yes, they do just happen on the first day. Sure enough, I mean, so this is, I mean, right now we still got loaded up the 2020s events. I mean, if I was to look at the schedule, you can see here. So sure enough, yeah, the age-20. Sure enough, you can see. Actually, because of the virtual world, things changed a little bit, right? But yeah, so kind of skip that first one. Although that was this is a full day workshop that was squeezed into 4 hours, right? And it's because Hank is from Belgium, and so he was asking, you know, he was like, hey, you know, when this is supposed to end, it's going to be like, you know, really late at night. It's like, can I just do a 4-hour workshop and cover everything? I'm like, yeah, sure, right? But so yeah, you see, like we had, you know, and there's some really good, you know, we had some really good full day workshops. You know, dependency injection, ASP.NET 3, microservices, Python. Okay, this is a half day. Building voice with Alexa, and sure enough, Jeff works for Alexa, or for Amazon. This was actually a pretty good. I watched some of this. I didn't watch the whole thing, but that was a pretty good workshop. Yeah. So some really nice workshops. That's interesting. Why is this full? Let me check the code. The code was supposed to have all the full day workshops up top, but anyway. But then you can see, you know, then we have just, you know, we ran 12 sessions an hour, right? This year. I think last year was 11, because I think I had 11 rooms. But I remember I just had so many great submissions that we said, well, it's virtual rooms, right? I was like, well, we'll do 12 virtual rooms an hour. So, all right. So yeah, so we have this. I mean, this is gonna be really simple. Set project. I just like the idea of set project instead of reset project. And I'm gonna rename this to set project. All right, so that's actually. Do I have reset anywhere else? Nope. I do like how this says rest. That's not really what this is. And then we said this set project stream message, which is actually what this to do. Here we can actually take those two to dos out. Because we've already done one and we're doing the second one right now. So what we want to do here is in set project. So in here, it's if broadcaster, if arguments. Yeah. Almost, I'm just. Oh yeah, if any, okay. Yeah. And we're going to say, what was the command to do a stream message? Okay, there it is. Twitch client dot send message settings channel name. Now working on the manargs dot command dot arguments as string project. All right, so now that'll just do a message, right? So now if we go in here, so we see the bot's connected, and we'll go in here and we'll say set project, and now we'll call this project Codepalooza. Oh, I forgot to take that exception out. But everything else is working, and we can see now working on the Codepalooza project. All right, so that's what we wanted to see. So sure enough, let's actually take this exception back out. That means we checked in some bad code. And I actually want to look at one other thing here. I'm just kind of curious. Back in the bot. So in here, what is that dry run supposed to be? Okay, I was curious if I could highlight the message. I'm sure it's somewhere, but it's all right. That meets the requirement there. Oh.
Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
Hey there, six-figure dev. All right, let me give them a moment to get in here. Now we'll test this again. Well, actually, I gotta wait for the emotes to finish there. Hey there, John. How you doing? I'm actually waiting for the hype emotes to go away. There we go. Because I actually just did this demo and we were in the way. I was in the way, I should say. All right, there we go. We're gonna do set project, and this time we'll call it six-figure dev. All right, and there we go. Now working on the six-figure dev project. All right, that's what we want to see. Awesome. So welcome everyone from Six-Figure Dev. Hope you all had a lot of fun over your stream. We've been having some good time. Actually, it's a good timing. We're just about to give away. Actually, hey, what we'll do. Well, you know, I was saying at some point I'm gonna give away a T-shirt. Why not now? I was trying to think of what am I gonna do to trigger it. That sounds like a good enough trigger. A raid. So sure enough, we're doing a couple things. One, we're working on the Twitch bot. We were working on the other day. Today, you know, tonight has been mostly some I don't want to say cleanup work, but you know, like some tasks that, you know, make this just a little bit better, right? You know, so still does all the county stuff, but like for example, you know, when we set the project, you know, we have it responding back to the chat message, right? You know, just small little things to kind of improve stuff. Along with that, you know, celebrating, you know, 500 plus followers, right? Which, you know, on the channel, which, you know, really is because of, you know, folks, you know, watching right now. You know, you all had enough faith in me to say, hey, you know, I liked you at least enough to say, yeah, I might come back to you so I'm gonna follow you, right? And I do appreciate that. I really do. So with that being said, let's get the wheel going here. Now this, well, actually, okay, we're first going to do stickers, and then we're going to do a t-shirt. All right, so that button's not working. Clear wheel, because I noticed, there we go. Oh, you know what that doesn't do? Well, it helps if I spell show wheel. Oh, come on. I think there's, what is this thing doing? I love how this is spinning off screen. Hold on a second. Well, now we're starting to get the wheel to show back up. All right, there we go. Actually, now, okay, now we're good. Yeah. So actually, it really, even though it's supposed to be driven by command, type anything in the chat over the next couple seconds. Or we'll do about 30 seconds or so, and that'll get you added in to the drawing. Like I said, right now we're going to first do a drawing for stickers, all right? And then right after that, we'll do a drawing for a TaleLearnCode t-shirt. And sure enough, I will send them anywhere. I like that Gruzinski put anything. I like it. I did say do type anything into the chat window, and people put anything. You can tell we're dealing with programmers, right? You know, I did exactly what you told me to do. You told me to say anything, I said anything, right? Kind of like the whole, the whole, programmer joke about going to the grocery. Your wife tells you, go to the grocery, get milk, and if they have eggs, get 6, right? So you come home with 6 eggs or 6 milks, right? All right. So with that, we're going to, I'll give another second here. And we'll do this. All right. Actually, while I'm waiting one more second here, I'm gonna write a note I need. Okay. And I'm actually gonna copy something here. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and spin this wheel. And oh my goodness, could that be any longer of a name? There we go. Why does it keep on printing names? All right, we had 2 come up here. We'll do 2. Oh, I know why. No, rigged. Hey, I'll do. I'll give up 2 sets. So Loka and J Mundle. Let me send out my messages I need to send here. So I'll send you a whisper here. Basically, what I'm sending you is a whisper with the a link to a Microsoft forums. Fill that out, with your address and such, and I'll get that out to you. So there was the one, and then I need a bundle. Almost clicked on the band. That would have been a bad thing. All right, so there was the first one. Now we'll do it again. All the names should still be in there. Sure enough, Loka, if you want to get in for the t-shirt, I think you're gonna need to type something else in. I'm also gonna make sure I don't have this open anywhere else. Stream elements, because I think that's part of the reason why it was showing up, why we had 2 winners that time. There's one thing on the here it is. There's one thing on the whatchamacallit. It's not allowing to add in there. Well, it's interesting because Jay Mundell still got his name in there. I can't get the Loka in there. All right, hold on a second, because I do want to give Loka a chance to be entered for the t-shirt. Yeah, I do need the city and state. That is the way I address this work. All right, look, hold on a second. I am looking here. What I might have to do is get it to clear here. I'm gonna bring this up real quick. I gotta admit, this chat wheel. I was thinking about this earlier today. This chat wheel it works, but it's not perfect. All right. Actually, I want to have a conversation with well, and that's sure enough. I think that is part of the problem. Hold on a second. I think I need to change the setting here. I think I'm gonna go game setup. Hold on a second. Let me. I'm looking for a setting here. I just forgot where it's at. Because I think what's going on. Oh, I know there was a setting. Here it is. No. All right, look at. Oh, wait, hold on. Cancel. Save. Now let me show that wheel again. All right, everyone. Sorry, you got to re-enter. I didn't think that was going to reset the whole wheel. Of course, I love how my name is in there. Hey there, Thacine Black. All right, so sure enough, if you want to get into the wheel, just put anything in, you know, whatever you want to say into chat. And Loka, you better put something in there because we went through all the trouble to get you back. Sure enough, normally, I'm normally, like I say, when I do stickers, because I get stickers every 100, and there we go, Loka's back in there. I do stickers every 100 followers, and I usually, when I hit the 100, you know, the 100 mark, and I usually do like 2 or 3, right? And that's the reason why I have it set to take them out. So yeah, sure enough, I was thinking this wheel works, but I'd like it to do some other things, and I'm thinking about talking to one of a couple folks about like a collaboration. Them doing the Unity piece to make the graphics and all that work. And like I'll work on the because like one of the things I like to do is to automatically record the user and store it in the database, right? So I don't have to write down all these names like I do right now. All right, so that's enough chit chat. Or actually, as I watch a YouTuber talk about the Mandalorian, she says that's enough jibber jabber. So we're going to do spin, and again, this is for the t-shirt. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right, well, let's do a spin again. It really should ignore the broadcaster. See, these are the kind of things that need to be improved in here, right? Mr. John Galloway. There you go. You keep on claiming rigged. There you go. All right, so Mr. Galloway, Calloway, not Galloway. Hold on just a second. Let me send you my message I need to send you, or my whisper. Dawn. Send. There we go. All right. So John, now, John, when you fill a new car, yeah, exactly. Sure. When you fill out, it's the same. It says T-shirt, but I've written it down. You know, well, I'll remember that anyways. When you go in there, on the comments, leave your T-shirt size, right? And I will get that out to you. Actually, I should also say this, John. Tell me also what color you want. Here, let me try to find this real quick. So I get these from Teespring. I don't know why I went back to home. Here, listings. Well, Jay Mundo, what did you forget now? So here's the T-shirts. Come on. Okay, so you can see there is this this blue. Well, Jay Mundo, no, that's only John, because John won the T-shirt. You won the stickers. So there's one size on the stickers. There's only one T-shirt given away tonight. So yeah, so John, sure enough, there's the blue, there's a black, there's a navy, there's a black, a darker blue, or a red or a white. So yeah, let me know which color you like, color and size, and I'll get that out to you. And sure enough, I really do need to probably actually open up my merch store. I have it created, I just need to finish it up. All right, but again, like I said, here I gave away a T-shirt today, and I forgot to wear my I see. Well, sure enough, I've known John for years. That's why I just, you know, instead of me saying, well, number one, I would have just said John anyways, because his Twitter handle is John Calloway, but sure enough, we were talking about Copalooza earlier. John has spoken to Copalooza plenty of times. All right. Yeah, so there's that. We've got the updates to the set project. Man. Wait a minute, this is some of this music is a little bit weird. All right, let's go back to our project board. We've gotten those done. Again, they're still showing in progress. Later on, when I do the merge from dev into main, that's supposed to move it over, and I'm purposely just waiting that. All right. Now we're getting into some stuff where, you know, some more work is involved here, right? So this whole remind broadcaster to set project, right? And you know, and McNerd's had a good comment earlier. You know, when detecting there's a new stream, remind the broadcaster to set the project for the stream, right? And really, we also have a comment in here, another one. Oh, here, we can add that here. Retrieve project from previous stream. I actually think that might actually already be done. Because let me see here. So I have, yeah, so I have my stream key, I have my project tracking. You know, I really should. Why am I not retrieving project tracking on the Connect? I really should be. That would make sense, wouldn't it? No, no. Well, it does make sense, but we'd still be doing it elsewhere anyways. I think this is what I'm looking for. Oh, this is a set project. Okay. So hold on, let me go back to chat command received. Here's what I was looking for. Okay, this gets, yeah, so here's what we want. This gets stream ID, yeah, if most, okay, this is what I was looking for. So, yeah. So I guess the question is, should I retrieve the previous project or not? I don't think so. I wrote that as a, I do have retrieve project from previous stream, but really, I don't want to do that because, like, if I'm working on a whole nother project, we should just have the reminders, right? So, what I'm trying to think is, what am I going to do a reminder? Is there like a... I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, back in the day, you know, like Windows forms, I would do it, you know, I would have a timer. Okay, this is .NET 5. There is a timer. So I can set a timer on time event. Hey, cool. This is what I need. This is what I need. And I'm assuming, let's see what they're doing. They're setting the timer. Event was raised. Enabled. Okay, yeah. This will do what I want to do. Because I'm assuming I can do enabled equals false. Oh, probably this auto reset. Probably have auto reset set to false. Sorry, I'm gonna put this over here so I can look at it over my other screen. This might be easier than I was thinking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a private void set. We'll call this a project reminder timer. And actually here I need a private system.timers timer. And we'll call this project reminder timer. And I could probably do like this. Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah. Whoops. What did I just... I don't think I had the right thing. I noticed right as I clicked it. Yeah. Apparently there's also one in threading, but I want this one here. All right, just the timer, right? All right, so, and then here now we're gonna do so here this will be equals new timer, and then this is interval initialize class number of milliseconds. All right, I was making sure it was milliseconds. So let's do this. How quickly do I want to remind myself? Maybe I'm thinking 5 minutes. All right, I mean, I'm gonna have it remind me right away, but I'm also thinking maybe, then every 5 minutes to remind me. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I can always change it if I find that it's not. I'm wondering if that's really too long, right? But I think, although that's 5 seconds. This should be 30,000. All right, hold on. I know this sounds bad, but now I can't even think about it. 5 times 60 times 1,000 is 300,000. Right? Yes, because 5 minutes is 300 seconds, which is 300,000 milliseconds. Whoops. All right. So it'll be a 5-minute timer. Although I tell you what, we're going to do, because we want to see this. We'll have this happen we'll do every 1,000 for a moment while we're testing this, right? And then we're going to do, let's see, we're going to say, dot elapsed. Look up the elapsed. Oh, okay, never mind. So this is the event. It's interesting that it's just elapsed. It's not, on elapsed or whatever. So we're gonna say on set on project reminder, or on set project reminder timed event. Oh, and that's because it's not there. We'll come back to that in a moment. We'll do a timer, not a timer. It's because I'm looking at the example code. Auto reset will be true. All right, and then we're going to do project reminder not enabled. Okay, and then here, this will be Twitch client dot send message. Again, this will come. Was I doing? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah. Settings dot channel name, and then this will be the message will be hey, hey, settings dot channel name, don't forget to set the project that you're working on. All right. All right, so we have that. And then go back up to the on connected. No, I don't want to do an on connected. Okay, I think I'm going to do this a little bit different. Not much different. Go back here. Not that. Go back to this one, but I'm going to say... Yeah, that's what I was looking for. If so, we're gonna just do it like that, right? And then, so this timer is always going to run, right? We're just going to run it the whole time this bot is running. The timer will run, because that's not going to affect anything, right? It's just going to run an event. In theory, I mean, I don't know anything bad about timer stuff. Actually, that's a good point. Is there any comments? See here. Should dispose it. Interesting, because they're not disposing it here. Oh yes, they are. Never mind. Auto reset is set to false. Blah blah blah. Event only once. Beware that .NET includes 4 classes named timer. Fires an event at regular intervals. The class is intended for use as a server-based or service component in a multi-threaded environment. It has no, okay, that's fine. Execute single callback method on a thread pool. Regular. Okay. I'm not worried about the Windows Form one, and I'm not worried about, okay. All right. So, and then in disconnect, we're going to say if project reminder timer is not null. Then we're going to do project reminder timer dot spokes. Okay. Okay, so that'll do that cleanup work there, and then the other thing we want really on connect, we'll do all that stuff, and then we'll do set project reminder timer. All right, so in theory right now, every second, right, because we right now we've got it set for every second, we should see this message, right? If the row key is empty, which should be. All right, so let's see if we coded this right the first time. You're right. All right, so we're connected. Actually, well, there we go. That does seem to be doing a whole lot quicker than every second. Well, maybe not. Kind of interesting how quickly that came up though, right? Let's do something here. That's maybe too fast to be testing this. Let's do that. Refresh this page. Really? Why can't I get to the point to clear this? That doesn't clear the chat? There. That'll clear the chat. All right. Yep. Okay, you were like a half a second too slow. All right. So now this should be doing what I forgot what I set it to. I think 5 seconds. Yeah. I still hold on. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Okay. It just seemed faster. All right, there, we've got that. I am curious, Mundo. Clear? Yes, you, wow, that clears it for everybody. That's kind of interesting. There you go. Add a timestamp to the message. Yeah, I mean, again, I was just making sure when I had it every second, it was just coming up so fast, it was hard to pay attention to it, right? I mean, now, oh, I really should have stopped the other way. Yeah, I'm gonna change this back to the 300,000 milliseconds, right? So every 5 minutes. So it's, you know, so the timestamp is not so bad. Oh, hold on. I want to test one more thing here. So let's run that again. All right, I want to see it come up. Okay, and then we're going to do set project timer. We're now working on the timer project, and we'll wait a little bit, but we should not see the timed event come up, and we don't, right? I should add that to the console. I'm not pointing at you, I'm actually pointing to my screen. How many Mississippis would goodness. All right. So let's do one other thing here. We're gonna leave that at this. We're gonna have what was I doing here? Some typos. Okay. What do we do here? Let's actually, yeah, let's do have a private void print message to console, string message, and we'll have console color, console color, foreground color. Can I do console.foreground maybe? And then yeah, I didn't think I could do that. And I know why I can't do that. Hey there, Inco. So this looks complicated. I guess which part? So what I'm working on right now, I'm just making a helper method at the moment here. All right, like I say, I'm pretty sure I know why that's airing off. And yeah, it has to be a compile time constant. I knew that as soon as I was doing that. I was trying to make this. Let's see here. What we'll do here is I want to make these optional. So we'll say console color dot this will be white, and then console color, hold on a second, Inco. Console color black. So how long did it take you to learn all this? I mean, well, I guess technically what, 43 years, 44 years? How long have I been writing code? How long have I been writing code? Well, since I was 7, yeah, 42 years. I guess in one sense, 42 years I've been learning all this. But you know, which makes some of this makes some of this harder, right? Because I kind of learned so many different languages and different versions of languages, you know, over the decades. But yeah, I started learning. I started writing. I wrote my first program when I was 7. So, and I turned 50 next year. So, all right. So basically, this is just a little helper method here. I'm gonna do it like that. Yeah, well, sure enough, I mean, my father was a software developer, right? So I grew up in my house. I mean, I can still remember the old, well, back then they weren't the old, the you know, when the PC, the IBM PC came out. Oh, I know, so I got this misspelled.
Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
There you go. I really, really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, and if I was looking at the number because we're I actually just noticed the number is actually corrected again. That's good. Because actually when I was testing stuff to prep for the night, my numbers were still all screwed up. It said like 13,000, which, so for those don't know, Monday night we had a follower bot add 13,000, you know, well, 12,400 I think it was followers. Although what was really weird was Twitch actually said you know, what was the numbers it said? I can't actually show. I'm not supposed to show my stream analytics. I think I need to reread that. I've heard people say that, but I'm not really sure that's actually in the agreements. But I'm not going to take the chance. Yeah. So according to Twitch, Monday night when I streamed, you know, and I just find it funny to look at all of the numbers, right? So I averaged 30.7 viewers. You know, so it was just shy. It was 5 hours 29 minutes, right? Yeah, max viewers was 41. I averaged 30.7 viewers. My unique viewers was 375. I had 37,545 new followers, according to the stream summary. So, you know, just a little bit of number, right? Yeah, I didn't really have 37,000 followers, right? It was someone decided to run a Twitch bot on me, or a follow bot on me, which I tell you what was annoying was just the time it took. You know, it's I had someone ask, well, what's the big deal, right? You know, why is it such a big deal? One, it's against the terms of service, right? You're not allowed to have follow bots run on your channel because it inflates the numbers, right? But two, and sorry, I'm actually looking up another email here because I wanted to see something here. The other, like, you know, like you saw when there's a follower, right? There's an alert and everything. Well, guess what happens when there's 12,000 alerts back to back to back? And Stream Elements shows each individual one of those, right? You know, and it took a while for Stream Elements to clear it through. Yeah, I love this. You know, so like Stream Elements also does a stream summary for you, right? You know, gained 37,527 followers. You know, that's a positive 341,054% increase. I was just looking at 351,000. You know, what kind of crazy number is that? So, but long story short, I see that my follower number is fixed. That's good, because it wasn't. At least, maybe it was when people started coming on. When I was checking it, it wasn't. All right. So now I'm just, this is just gonna do console background colors equals background color. So New Boston. I am working on a Twitch bot. So I have this. I have TaleLearnCode, but I also have BrickWithChad, where I do Lego bricks, right? Mostly building projects and so forth. And I wanted a custom bot to Jay Mundo, you're right, and sure enough, that's the reason why I don't just show, because if I go to the thing, it shows revenue, right? And that's the reason why I'm gonna go to it. The numbers I gave you, anyone can look up that information. So all right, so yeah, so I do blocks. I do blocks. Well, it is blocks. I do Lego projects on this other Twitch channel, and something that happens is you drop a brick, right? And I thought, hey, it'd be kind of fun if we tracked how many bricks we dropped in the stream, right? So I'm building this custom Twitch bot with this, and this also was giving me an excuse to use table storage, which I haven't used in a while, and I need to, I actually have a project coming up where we're going to use it. It was kind of good to get reference back into it, how to use. All right, foreground color equals foreground color. And then we're going to say console.writeLine message. All right. And then go back to here, print message, bot connected. And we'll do green, green, black. Okay. Copy that. And then so on this timed event, we're going to say reminded broadcaster. Or let's make this simpler. Set project reminder. And sure enough, I think it was Jay Mundo was mentioning, when it was a little hard to track because we were running the timer so quickly. Let's actually put the timestamp in, right? So we'll do date time. We'll do now. Usually I do UTC now, but here I'm gonna do now. Time string. Yeah, we'll do short time. That should be good enough. All right, so there, we'll add that in there, because that actually makes sense to put it there, right? I didn't necessarily want to send it to the chat, but in the console window that makes sense. All right, so we're going to do that, and oh, okay. Let me look at this again. So oh, that's right. Because the timer's always gonna, okay. I was trying to remember, I was aware I disabled it. No, I decided to keep this timer just always going. All right, so now, just to verify that, and we still have this running every 5 seconds. There we go. See the project reminder. Here we'll clear the messages here. And there we go. So that's working. Well, hey Aries, how are you doing? How are you doing this evening? Let's do something else here real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and clear this here. And what I'm gonna do, I did short time string. I'm gonna do a too long time string. There we go. I just so I add those seconds, right? All right, cool. And then again, we'll make sure this is still working. So we'll say set project, and this time we'll say X-Wing. I don't know. I'm just making things up now. We should see we see the set project now working on the X-Wing project. You know, to add the brick name because that will help me see it, right? Especially on the, you know, honestly on the brick channel, I don't necessarily see the messages as well because the computer is off to the side. I actually want to change that. Actually, I really do need to change that setup. All right. So what I want to do while I'm here, and this is technically going to be called Go Planning, but we're going to add another requirement here while we're at this. This timer is awesome, right? But actually, let's see here. Well, let me do something. I'm going to take this off screen for just a second. Because I'm going back into my settings, and we're going to have a public static. We'll have int. Actually, I think I think this timer is not an int. Sorry, I'm like clicking everywhere but what I need to be on. This is it's a double. Double. Sorry I can't show this to you all. I'm actually doing I'm in my settings file where I have my keys and everything. That's why I'm not showing this at the moment. Yes, exactly. Risky. Yes. Then we have timer number. What's the interval? That's what I'm trying to think of. Timer interval. And I'll have this set to 5,000 for right now. All right, so then I'll set this to settings dot timer interval. I love that Visual Studio does that for you, right? I haven't typed that command in yet at all, right? But it looks at settings and it says, oh, well, here's the only double you have. You know, that's just pretty cool. You know, again, the little things, right, make the difference. All right, so yeah, so we've got the timer. Oh, okay. So, oh, the reason why I did all this. Oh, no. Okay, well that's fine. I know what I'm gonna do. Let me go back in here. We're gonna do this a little bit different. Well, public static. And again, I'm adding some more settings here, and eventually I'm gonna make this a configuration, so I'm not hard coding this into the code. So public static, I'll call this because we will have it minute based. And then we'll say we'll have a project reminder interval. and I'll set that for 5, and then I'm gonna have a public static, and what I'm gonna have, so one of the things, you know, that I am horrible at remembering, I'm pretty good, you know, water. I'm decent about remembering to drink water while I'm coding. I'm really bad about remembering to drink water while I'm doing the Lego builds. And I normally don't remember until, because I've been talking so much, that, you know, I'm getting dry and everything, right? So we're gonna have a water reminder.
Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
Hey, Alonzo, thank you for following. Sean, I don't know if you noticed, I had my little jump there. You know what I noticed is if I'm not looking at the screen, I jump because I don't see the graphic first. I just hear the alert. Alonzo, I appreciate that follow. Thank you so much. Actually, that reminds me. We are into another hour. Hold on 1 second, folks. Let's set this to 1,000 for right now. Let's set this to 20. Just a second, nerds. I do see your message or your channel point redemption there. Yeah. All right. I do see it, and there you go. I got my drink. Actually, I wonder. It kind of made me think about something. I might be looking at. Okay, so what I did, chug. So what I did was, I'm gonna have, you know, you notice I called this project reminder. Actually, we're gonna change this. So we're just gonna call this bot timer, and then I'm gonna go in here and change this. I'm gonna say on bot timer lapsed. All right, and then we're gonna have this set bot timer. Okay. So I'm gonna have one timer that can do, you know, I can add on to this later on. All right. So that's gonna handle that. Right now I have this set for every second. After I'm done testing, I'm gonna change it to every minute. All right. So yeah, I was making sure I had set that right. And then I've got some other values. So what we're gonna say in here. Yeah, what we're going to say here is if, I don't want to do it like that. Along with this, if that is true, but also if, what do I want to do? I want to have, I need another variable. That's what I need. We're gonna have private int. Boy, this could be a problem. I'm gonna do this. This is long. Well, $2 billion minutes, right? Divided by 60. Yes, 35,000 or 35 million hours. Yeah, I think an int will be fine. Yeah, private int timer. I'm gonna call this timer. Well, number one, I'm gonna fix this. I just noticed this. This should be I want to be consistent with this, right? So like that, private int, and then we'll have bot timer. What do I want to call this? Total. Right. And then so every time this elapsed, we're going to do bot timer total plus plus, and then we're going to say I think I'm saying this right. It's going to be bot timer total hold on. One of these I'm drawing a blank here. C# mod. I don't know whose documentation came in here. Right, saying is right. See, you know, Inco was asking, how long does it take to learn? Well, again, sometimes you do stuff for so long, you forget the simple stuff. Yeah, this is what I was looking for heaven's Christ. If bot timer total, this is going to be settings dot, this is going to be project reminder interval, and right. So if so basically what we're saying here is, so like project reminder interval is 5, right? So every 5 minutes. So if this is divisible by 5 essentially, right? Then and we don't have a project set, right? So we have that, and then we're going to add in if bot total timer settings dot water reminder interval equals 0. Twitch client send message settings channel name. Actually, I want to look at something with that here in a second here. I say not being, I was trying to think of something more original, but oh, I know what I'm gonna look at. Is there a Twitch client redeem points? Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering if there's like a way I can redeem the points. There probably is, but we'll just do it this way for now. Settings, channel name. Don't forget to drink some water. All right, so very simple. Put some white space in here, make this a little bit easier to read. Take those out. Oh, no, don't take those out. Because we're going to have this. And we're going to say water reminder.
Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
Made me worried when there was 3 followers right back to back.
Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
Well, I'll let the alerts happen here. Oh, no.
Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
No, I'm seeing it's not hopping on the chat. We're getting hit again.
Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
Hold on, folks. I have to turn off the alerts.
Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
Hey, Alonzo, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that.
Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode. Thank you for following. Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
All right, there we go. I'm getting hit by another follow bot. Why? Yeah, I mean, well, okay, Alonzo. Hey, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. That's very nice of you. 1 for the bits, and 2 to say that. That's you know, McNurse, you've got a, that's a good question. I really wonder what, everyone excuse my French, but you know, what the fuck is going on, right? And I really try not to. I am a Marine, so it's kind of bad. I curse all the time, but I try not to on stream. But yeah, I mean, this is just ridiculous. You know, why do this? To what end, right? You know, what do you get out of this, right? Sorry, I'm looking something up here. According to the Twitch page, I'm at 13,000. Again. Right, yeah, go Army. Yeah, I'm assuming, you know, I'm assuming appropriate is to say, you know, thank you for your service. I'm sorry, this is just annoying me. It was cute the first time.
This is for everyone who had a toasted cheddar chalupa and thought,
yeah, 13.1 thousand. I think someone ran the exact same bot they ran the other night. I gotta admit, I think this is worse than the trolls, right? At least the trolls I could ban, and then I can get rid of it, right? Or we had a troll last week, and the troll was pretty tame. I was kind of having fun with the troll, right? You know. Yeah, I mean, curious, but you know, I mean, I have to go back in. I mean, sure enough, that tool that Scott passed along the other night, that worked well, all right. But I'm gonna have to go back in, and I'm gonna have to, you know, again, clear my, you know, because again, I don't want to just clear for the whole day, right? Because I mean, we had real followers, right? But you know, yeah, no, I'll say it. It's annoying me, right? I know that means they win, but it is annoying, right? You know, I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking you to respect people. Sure enough, this is pretty darn cool. Where was this tool here? Commander. Here we go. Yeah. So, I mean, this is pretty interesting the way how this works. I'm not gonna go to the remover right now because I might screw some more things up here. But like I can go here, TaleLearnCode. This isn't actually the one I meant to go to. This will just show all the followers. Yeah, you can see right now we're at 13,070. So yeah, so basically they do. So sure enough, I actually went to the wrong Twitch tool. Let me, if you look at, is it this one? No, not that one. Maybe I was TaleLearnCode. Maybe I had to actually load the whole thing. If it's not, it's pretty darn close. I wrote down, so it's interesting. I wrote down the times, right? Because I wanted, you know, in case I ever get anything from Twitch, you know, like, why did you run a bot? And like I didn't do this. Here's the times it ran, all that kind of stuff. The crazy part, 43 seconds is what it took to add, you know, the 12,000 bots, right? Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so you can see. It's interesting. It gets updated once I removed them. Because look, we had 20 real subscribers the other night, or not subscribers. That would have been awesome. 20 real followers, right? Yeah, that number is pretty darn close. But this is pretty cool because I can go in here. So I could do some stuff like, you know, we'll say 25. All right, and now if I do a filter, but now it's coming up with nothing. Why is it coming up with nothing? Well, there it comes. Yeah, because I mean, no, grant you, again, me just being a numbers guy, I was really I was looking for exactly where it started and where it ended. All right. But what's also cool about this, I mean, look, this tool is pretty neat. Because I mean, it shows you like your days with the highest, right? Actually, this is pretty cool. You know, 11:30, even with, forget about the whole, you know, getting a bot on, you know, on there. Still my highest number of followers in one day, right? But then this is the really cool information, right? Top account creation days, right? Because then you could actually, you know, you could filter on that, right? Because I mean, sure enough, probably anyone who's creating a 529 that followed during this period of time is probably not a good follower, right? You know, with 3,500, you know, created that one day. So it's an interesting tool. Now I will say, you know, and here I'll pass this along. But I had a chat. I was chatting in the Live Coders Discord about what happened to us the other night. And because I was asking for some advice, you know, more importantly, because I've heard some horror stories of people accidentally removing all their followers, right? And you know, someone made mention that Commander Root has been pinged by Twitch several times for violation of TOS. So I don't know if that was really the case, but because they mentioned they won't use this tool because of that, right? And apparently you can go to Twitch support, and apparently they'll basically do this for you, right? The whole cleanup. But what I was hearing is that could take weeks, right, to happen, right? And I'm, that does. I think that doesn't look good, right? And here's what was annoying me. So if I go, hold on, and here's where, Twitch could definitely say, what do you think you're doing, right? Yeah. So like, so I have just shy of 7,200 views, right? But apparently I have 13,000 followers, right? Something doesn't match up there, right? How do you have, basically 7,200 views and 13,000 followers, All right. Well, we've been distracted long enough. So we've got this, we've got the water interval, right? So let's see here. Just trying to think of anything we're missing here. No, this should do what we want. Oh, I know what I want to do. I really want to change this color. Instead of green, let's do magenta. Same thing with this one. We're gonna do something here. We're gonna say console color, foreground color equals magenta, and then console color, background color, black. This way, if I decide later I want to change it to a different color, I only have to do one place, or if I add another timer in here. And sure enough, actually what's going on in my head is this is, honestly, there's a little bit of badness in here, right? I should actually make these even more configurable, right? Instead of this hard coding, right? Have some more of a database thing. I don't know. I'm slowly building a replacement for Stream Elements, the Stream Elements bot stuff, but actually, sure enough, I could do this in Stream Elements, but why not? Why not do it here, right? All right. Actually, I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna remind myself what I set these to. So I have reminder spelled wrong. I have the project reminder at 5, so every 5 seconds right now. Hey Sean, 4 months, awesome. Thank you so much. See, that's the problem. I only hear my alerts right now because I'm getting killed right now. Actually, I wonder if I can put my alerts back on. We'll see if they can come back on. And then I've got water reminders every 20, right? And right now it's gonna be 20 seconds because I have a timer going off every second. Yeah. Well, I think I messed some other things up the other night. All right, there we got the project reminder, right? And so well, yeah, but we were and there we go. There's a water reminder after 4 of them, right? So that works. That magenta is actually a little bit hard to read. Sure enough, the reason why I asked that, because I I didn't have to, you know, it was still incrementing the number on the stream, but yet I was able to turn it back on. Oh, I know what it is. I should be able to, I think I can, well, we'll see what happens here. I don't know why I'm hiding this screen. There's nothing, it needs to be cleaned up. I got stuff a little bit all over the place. Let's see here. Give it a second. I mean, you know.
Thank you for following.
Yeah.
Welcome to TaleLearnCode. Thank you for following. Welcome to TaleLearnCode.
All right. Well, I'll just have to turn it. I'll probably turn it. Well, I'll turn it on after I clean. I wonder if it's after I clean it up. But well, no, because like I said, Wednesday or Monday night we were able to turn it off or turn it back on. All right. Clear that. All right. So. Oh, I wanted to change this. That magenta is kind of dark. Let's I think this blue should work. Yeah. Yeah, Sean, you're, yeah. All right, this time I'm not worried about the, I'm just wanting to see here. Yeah, there, that's easier to see than that magenta. Yeah, you know, they were jumping around kind of weirdly the other night too. All right, there we go. So we've got that working. Let me make one more change to that settings. Let me actually fix the settings so that it's actually minutes now. I go to the right settings file. So now I'm gonna have this as 60,000, right? Which is a minute. I've heard good things about Get Kraken. You blame COVID? No. Will it clog the chat running that often? No, I mean, sure enough. I mean, no, I just fixed it, right? So now it's running timers every minute, and then, you know, so this will be every 5 minutes, and this will be every 20 minutes. But no, the chat can handle it just fine. As a matter of fact, that's the reason why, you know, you got this the slow mode feature, right? When the chat just goes too crazy. There is some, and I forget what it is. I think like you can only send, there is actually a limit. Like you can only send like 100 messages. I don't think, maybe it was per minute, per second. I forgot what I forgot the numbers. But there is actually a limit. There's a cap. Oh, I wanted to try something else. What I want to see, let's see if I just and I'm just gonna, you know, just make up a name. And I don't know why I'm typing Lady Gaga. Well, I know why. It's because of the movie I watched last night. I'm just curious if I send it like that, does it? Oh, I've got this going on minutes right now. Hold on. We're gonna have to wait too long for that. Yeah, I was watching Machete last night. I've never actually watched that movie before, or Machete Kills, or whatever the name of the Quentin Tarantino movie. It wasn't bad, you know. I enjoyed it. You know, it was an enjoyable film. Lady Gaga happens to be in it. And I mean, there's a lot of great I won't call Lady Gaga a great actor, but yeah, there's a lot of great actors. Why Lady Gaga is the one that came in my head, I have no idea. All right, let me change this back to seconds. I tell you, the one that got me, again, why I'm thinking about Lady Gaga on here, the one that got me on there last night was on the movie was Alexa Vega. You know, yeah, see, okay, that doesn't work. I haven't seen A Star Is Born. Okay, I was just curious. So that doesn't work. I need to look at what you could do with that, because what I would like to do, I would like these messages not to come from BrickWithChad. I would like them, you know, like in Stream Elements, you can actually change it. It does have to be a real account, which, sure enough, there might not be. That might be part of my problem. There might not be yeah, and I gotta admit, I wasn't necessarily saying that Lady Gaga is not a good actress. She had a very small part in the movie, and again, it's a movie that's supposed to be cheesy, right? You know, it's part of the whole thing about it. Let's say I change this to TLC operator, which I noticed my messages are not currently coming from TLC operator. I need to look into what's going on with that. Yeah, no, I probably have to. Yeah, I'd be kind of curious how I could do that. Okay, well, that's fine. Because like I said, I would like to change that so the messages aren't coming direct, you know, so they're coming from a different place. Just to distinguish from when I actually, you know, send, you know, when I type a message as opposed to, you know, something coming from here, right? Because it should be coming from the bot. I need to look into that. As a matter of fact, let's oh, so what I was saying, you know, I was talking about, you know, Lady Gaga and stuff. So, so I mean, the movie I'm talking about, I think it's just Machete, yeah, Machete Kills, right? I will say this, you know, as long as violent, you know, as long as you don't have a problem with violence, that kind of stuff, it's definitely worth the watch. And it's on Netflix, right? So I mean, you know, because the Prime Video apparently you have to rent it. Yeah, like I say, I mean, there were lots of very pretty women in there, but yeah, the Alexa, I guess now it's Vega, right? And part of what kind of got me about her is, you know, I remember my daughter watching, you know, the Spy Kids, you know, and I'm sort of like, wait a second, that was that little girl in Spy Kids? Oh my goodness, she's definitely grown up. You know, and I was like, oh. All right. What I wanted to do here, let's actually go back here. BrickWithChad, TwitchBot, add an issue. Yeah. Brian, you know what I'm talking about. Like I said, I was, because it was funny, you know, on the credits it showed her name, because I think, yeah, I believe it showed their names up front, and I was kind of like, the name sounded familiar to me, right? I was like, where have I seen her before, right? I do this all the time when I'm watching TV. You know, I'll pull up and do, you know, where do I know that person from before? Where have I seen them before? And like I said, I looked that one up and I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah, I know where I saw her before, but that's not what she looked like when I saw her before. So let's see here. I want to say have stream messages come from bot. What, let's see here. The channel sending the messages should, sending the chat message should be the bot instead of the broadcaster. And you know what I bet I need to do? I bet I just need to, since nothing I'm doing requires me to be I mean, everything I'm doing, well, yeah, I think even the sending message, right? Everything I'm doing, you know, you all could do this, right? I mean, you all could write a bot doing this, right? And send it to like my channel. Please don't flood my channel. Thank goodness no one does that. Oh my goodness. Actually, maybe there are some restrictions there. I don't know. But at any rate, you know, I think if instead of, I don't know. Ziggy Dot, I think you just followed. It's hard for me to tell because I had a follower bot 24 minutes ago, but it looks like you just followed. Hey, I appreciate that if you did. Ziggy.js, or maybe you're a bot. I can't tell. All right. So sure enough, you know what? We've been gone through the 11 o'clock hour. When the whole bot thing happened, I was actually getting ready to do a whole nother a sticker giveaway. Let's do another sticker giveaway because again, we are celebrating. Forget what the thing says. We have 500 some odd followers. So let's do another giveaway. Yeah. So let me, because of the way how this thing works. What is it? Is it clear? No, I have to do it. Hold on. This is a little bit annoying here. Ryan, thank you for that message here. Okay, let me actually hide this for a second. While I fix this, I showed the wheel. Hide wheel. And let me, I don't know why. Yeah, stream elements, go to the dashboard. My overlays. Edit. And again, I don't know why I'm doing this on the other screen, but I am. Actually not this one. I'm in the wrong overlay. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it has people in there who may or may not still be here, right? Oh, okay. Clear wheel. Now do show wheel. There we go. All right. So basically, yes, that would be, you know, Alexa Virga a long time ago. So, oh, no one can see it because I'm not sharing the screen right now. All right, so all you need to do to be entered in, and I love how I'm entering in here. All you need to do to get entered in is to type something into the chat window. Now, you know, this is again for well, see, Ryan, because of the fact you just chatted, your name's on there. But yeah, these are for our TaleLearnCode stickers. I like the way how they came out. Right? I thought they, you know, they worked really well. You know, so there's what the sticker looks like. You know, so and again, I will send these, you know, anywhere. All right. So you know, especially I know around this time we start getting more and more Europeans, right? Not a problem. And I have shipped them out to Europe before. I'll give another couple seconds here, which is fun. I mean, the cool part is we got a bunch of lurkers, which I love that, right? I do that all day long. I just lurk on channels. All right. Everyone has a 1 in 4 chance. To include myself. Oh, hey, I just noticed some more names came in here all of a sudden there. No, it's just the way I was spinning. All right, thank goodness it wasn't me who came up. Let's see here. So that's I can't read it on there. Come on. Oh, that was crap. Just a second. It was Fat Momi. Fat Momi. I don't know why it's supposed to show it up on. You know, again, I need to find a better wheel. Fat Modi. Awesome. You won the stickers. Let me, before I forget, I'm gonna send you a whisper with a Microsoft form for you to fill out for me. With your address, so I know where to send those stickers. So let me, there you are. And this whisper. There we go. Awesome. And again, for those who are just joining us recently, you know, we do every 100 followers, I give away stickers. But I thought for 500, what we did was, you know, every hour we give giveaways. Every hour we're streaming, we give away stickers. And then we've already given this away, but we also gave away a TaleLearnCode t-shirt earlier tonight. All right, yeah, sure enough. Here's what McNurius was sharing. I mean, yes, this is what I well, actually, that's like maybe from the first movie, right? I mean, she did grow up a little bit during the movies, but not you know, like I said, not the way how she was what I saw last night. Which I gotta admit, you know, the one thing I was thinking about watching that, you know, added timer functionality. I was thinking about the, the Me Too movement, and everything. And I was thinking about, you know, sure enough, I kind of had some questions about, you know, objectivity of women, right? Because I mean, although some of me was also saying, well, it's kind of the comment piece about those cheesy movies. So I don't know. Interesting things to think about. All right. Oh, I realize I had this. I need to add the project, otherwise it doesn't show up on the board. Did I do that? We had another issue, didn't we? or not project. Oh no, it was repository. Yeah, no, it is project. I have to add. I don't remember. I know I had to do something the other night or last night. It is still last night. It's not the other night yet. I have 2 more minutes till it's the other night. All right. Go back to our projects. Let's see. I mean, because we are hitting, it's getting to midnight here. Hitting 4 hours. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Actually, this retrieve project from previous stream, I actually don't want to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and archive that. All right. So drops oofs per project per stream. Okay, so we have that. We have drop alert. This I'm definitely not getting done tonight. And the oof alert, because I kind of have to learn how to do that. I don't know. But that's not something I'm going to do starting at 12 o'clock at night. Have stream message from the bot. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what. I think let's wrap it up at that point, which is cool. We wrapped it up giving away some t-shirts. Some stickers. Because this is this drop oofs per for a project per stream. That is going to take a Ariel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, Ryan, like I said, I wanted to give this a little bit of a try. I definitely still like Azure DevOps better, by far. But I'm looking for some stuff for work. That's why I wanted to give it a try. And I wanted something. So I was looking for something that I could share with folks, right? Because now, I mean, I believe. Oh, you know what? I don't think I made this public. I think I need to actually go. I forget. Yeah, this is still private. I need to. Where is the settings for this? Well, I got to figure out how you make it. Not close project. Well, anyway, I'm gonna make. I don't know why I still have this private, but I wanted something also I could share with others, right? And Azure DevOps you can too, but I was like, that's kind of weird because most people used to go into GitHub, right? All right, let's take a look. Who is out there streaming? Let's see here. Taking a look at which live coders are out there right now. Actually, Coding Garden's out. That's not someone who I usually get to. My goodness, Coding Garden. He's streaming at a completely different time. It still gets 149. Well, Calo's out there. There's quite a few people. See, Talk to Me Gooseman is going to be ending soon. Games. Here we got another person doing. I know I saw Coding Gardens doing Untitled Code. Learning JS. Rust without Untitled Code. Another Untitled Code. I mean, like I said, we went to. I've never raided a Coding Garden. That's raid Coding Garden. That should be a good one to raid. Everyone, again. I've raided Anthony before. I've actually never had a chance to raid Coding Garden, so we'll do that. Everyone, again, I appreciate the follows, right? We're at 500 followers, 530, 40. I forgot what we ended up getting to. I really appreciate all the follows, right? It helps. Honestly, as a streamer, it helps you keep on going, right? Yes, it's quite an outfit. I will be back Friday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern time. But hope to see you all then. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you.